Hi there, welcome to my views and news to new story. Firstly, it seems that hundreds of Ethiopia on daily basis. What is happening? Why is there so much migration from Eritrea into Ethiopia? Everyone knows what is happening in Ethiopia. Everyone knows that there is warlike situation in Amhara. That everyone knows that refugees in Ethiopia are going through some bad times, hard times, but still Eritreans entering Ethiopia confirmed. Secondly, the death of a youth, the killing of a youth in Oromia has led to start of issuance of conflicting statements by Fano, Oromia regional government, Ethiopian federal government, and residents of the area. I read a video on that. I told you about the death of the killing of a youth in North Shore, Oromia, Dera, Wareda. Now, Ethiopia federal government issued a statement today. Fano, Gojam Fano also spoke on this issue. Let's start viewers, with the first news story. It seems that still hundreds of Eritreans are entering Ethiopia on daily basis. Though Eritrea Ethiopia relations are not very friendly these days, communication lines between the two countries have been cut off. Eritrea has banned Ethiopian airline from operating in Eritrea. Uh, Still, it seems, and Eritrea is hosting an anti-Ethiopia alliance. It hosted Egyptian and Somalia's presidents a few weeks ago. An anti-Ethiopia regional bloc was established on Eritrean soil against Ethiopia. Ethiopia, on the other hand, is backing anti-Eritrea groups like Brigade Hamado, like transitional government in Eritrea, like Rassado, Red Sea Afar Democratic Organization. So while bilateral coldness is very evident, it is not stopping from Eritreans. It is not stopping Eritreans from entering Ethiopia. Why? Is Ethiopia more livable for them, safer for them than Eritrea, or they want to leave Eritrea and they are left with no choice? Firstly, it is being reported by UN officials that in the last 10 to 11 months, 20,000 Ethiopians, 20,000 Eritreans entered Ethiopia. Uh, Around 170 Eritreans on average enter Ethiopia on daily basis. In just one day, 170 enter Ethiopia. Which routes do they take? I think they mostly enter through Tigray and Afar. These two regions share border with Eritrea, Afar region and Tigray. Most of them are entering Ethiopia through Tigray, reported. Some through Afar. Why? UN Refugee Agency is calling on Ethiopia to protect Eritrean refugees. Where refugees in Ethiopia are complaining that they are being told to pay heavy fines, that their refugee rights are not being respected. Ethiopia says that Eritrean refugees who did not register themselves and who now want to move abroad, they're being told to pay fine. It's not about Eritrean refugees. All refugees who did not register themselves, they must pay fines. That's in accordance with Ethiopian law. So, a question is, why is that still large number of Eritreans is entering Ethiopia? Well, two main routes, land routes, which were used by Eritreans to flee Eritrea were through Sudan and Ethiopia. Generally, they used to prefer Sudan in the past. But now in Sudan, war is ongoing. Eastern Sudan is very heavily militarized area now. Eastern Sudan shares border with Eritrea. Eritrea is training, arming Sudanese groups based in Eastern Sudan. Eritrean intelligence agency elements are operating Eastern Sudan. It is becoming difficult for Eritreans to flee Eritrea through Sudan. Safer route in terms of fleeing Eritrea for them is through Ethiopia. But when they enter Ethiopia, they face multiple challenges. You know that in the Amhara region at Alim Watch camp, Eritreans have been facing attacks by armed groups. Eritreans in Addis Ababa have also been complaining of uh, uh, excesses being committed by Ethiopian authorities. The problem is that Eritreans are not left with many options. They have to use Ethiopia as a transit. So we can say that no improvement in the domestic situation in Eritrea for Eritreans. They have been fleeing Eritrea for decades. Same is happening now. Do they flee Eritrea for better future, or because of the high-handedness and the high-handedness of Eritrean authorities? Yes, they do leave their country for better future, just like Ethiopians are leaving their country, just like Tigrayans, they want to go to the Middle East. But Eritrea claims to be an oasis of peace and stability in the Horn of Africa. If it is an oasis of peace and stability, if is self-sufficient in terms of food production, why is that hundreds of Eritreans are entering Ethiopia on daily basis? It means Eritrea perhaps is allowing the people to leave. Why? Well, Eritreans who flee Eritrea and somehow they manage to enter Europe or America, they then send money to their families in Eritrea. Remittance is a big source of earning for Eritrean government. Those Eritreans who leave their country uh, illegally through Ethiopia, through Sudan, dreams of reaching Europe, dreams of reaching North America, they risk their lives. Some die on their way with dreams of reaching Europe in their lives. Who is to blame? PFDJ, SAS, Eritrean president, Eritrean. Secondly, viewers, the Fano groups are denying having killed the youth whose video went viral in Ethiopian social media 2 days ago. I did a video on that yesterday. A social media clip has gone viral in Ethiopia, showing a youth being slaughtered with a knife by attackers. The incident happened in Dera, the North Shore zone of the Oromia region. Now, more details are being shared about what happened. When did this incident happen? The name of the youth killed is Dareje Amare Tesfa. He had just completed his 10th grade education. He was killed in Dera around 2 months ago. In Dera, in an area, people knew that. Now, it is being reported by locals of the area. BBC Afan Oromo interviewed locals of the area where this incident happened. Locals said around 2 months ago, they heard that Fano fighters were going to storm their locality. People fled. Two youths did not flee the town. They stayed back at home to take care of their cattle, etc. Daraja was one of them. Allegedly, he was detained by Fano fighters. Allegedly, Fano fighters killed him. They slaughtered him with a knife. Then video was recorded. It came out 2 days ago. Lagasse Tolo is Ethiopian communication ministry chief. And today he blamed Fano. He said Fano groups have been involved in committing horrendous atrocities against civilians. BBC Fano Oromo is quoting locals. Locals accuse Fano. Gujjam Fano issued a statement. Asras Muaredante led his deputy head. Gujjam Fano says that Ethiopian National Defense Force committed this act. Gujjam Fano called for international investigation into the killing of this boy, Dareje Ammar. Now, whenever such cases of ethnic violence happen in Ethiopia, people generally defend their ethnic groups. In this incident, Amhara Fano fighters are being blamed. So pro-Fano sources, pro-Fano people are supporting Fano. They are ruling out the possibility of involvement of Fano in this attack. They say Amharas are being killed in Valaga, in Dera. Why is that now? International media is covering the death of this boy. The identity of the boy is not clear. Video is not complete. It does not show the boy actually killed, slaughtered. Pro Oromo sources are accusing Fano. Government is accusing Fano. This is how ethnic massacres, ethnic violence cases are treated in Ethiopia. That people start taking sides. I think all should condemn those who killed this innocent boy, and people should not defend the attackers. People should not float conspiracy theories. People start just accusing uh, the groups they don't like without having an evidence. If it is happening to an Oromo today, tomorrow it will happen to an Amhara. It will go on. This violence will never end. Only solution to end this ethnic violence is that whenever any incident of ethnic violence happens, perpetrators are brought to justice, they're punished, and no one backs them, whether they are Amharas or Oromos. So far, Fano is denying involvement. Fano will never acknowledge and that it has killed this man. Locals are accusing Fano. Thank you for watching.